If you already know some basic English and want to improve your speaking, listening, and confidence, this podcast is made just for you. We use clear, slow, and simple English to help you understand real English and build your skills step by step. There's a special kind of magic in books, don't you think? The way they can transport us to different worlds without ever leaving our chairs. Today on Vocabulary London podcast, I want to tell you about my all-time favorite book, one that changed how I see the world. It's not a famous classic or a bestseller, but a simple story that found me at just the right time. I first saw it in a tiny secondhand bookshop near Camden Market. The cover was faded blue with gold letters reading "The Station Master's House." It looked old and forgotten between shiny new novels. Something made me pick it up, maybe the smell of yellowed pages or the handwritten note I found inside, to Alice, who understands quiet hearts. That afternoon, sitting by my window with tea growing cold, I fell into the story completely. It was about an elderly station master living alone in the countryside, watching trains come and go while his own life stood still. Not an exciting plot, but there was something so human about it. What made this book special wasn't the story itself, but how it made me feel. The main character, Mr. Wilkins, reminded me of my grandfather, the same quiet way of observing life. There's one scene where he helps a lost child at the station, not with big dramatic actions, but by simply sitting with her and sharing his lunch. I remember reading that part on the tube and suddenly noticing all the small kindnesses around me, the woman offering her seat, the man helping with a suitcase. The book taught me that heroism doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in ordinary moments. Later, I discovered why the story felt so familiar. The handwritten note? I contacted the bookseller, who remembered Alice, a regular customer who'd passed away. Her daughter told me Alice had been a station master's wife for 40 years. Those quiet hearts and the dedication, they were her husband and the passengers he'd quietly cared for. Now when I reread the book, which I do every autumn, it's like having tea with two old friends. Mr. Wilkins from the pages and Alice from the past. Funny how books can connect strangers across time, isn't it? I keep that tattered copy on my special shelf with Alice's note tucked inside. It reminds me that great stories aren't always about grand adventures. Sometimes they're about seeing the extraordinary in ordinary lives. What book has stayed with you long after you turned the last page? Maybe one that made you laugh, cry, or see the world differently. Share your literary loves with us. Tag #VocabularyLondon and tell us why that story matters to you. Until next time, happy reading, and remember, the right book always finds you at the right time.